Shadowley Brothers, Fuzzy Dunlop Skates, and in this video I want to talk about not only how to start a business, but how I specifically started my business. And in case you guys don't know, 4 months ago I started a tree trimming and removal company. And 4 months later, I'm fucking rolling, brothers. I am fucking rolling. And I'm not supposed to be. Everything dictates that my business should not be successful by traditional means. And, all the businesses, not all of them, but a majority of them fail in the first year or 2 years. And a lot of videos, even about tree business, they assure you that you're not going to make a profit or any salary for yourself for a good 5 years. And look, man, I don't know what the fuck these people are talking about, but it doesn't matter because none of that shit is true. And I'm telling you it's not true because I am making fucking profit, my friends. I am making money. I have invested a lot into my business. I was in debt when I started it, and I had virtually no fucking experience. And now I am fucking killing it. And maybe, well, probably, I would say the same thing maybe, but there are people watching saying, yeah, well, you're going to fall flat on your face. Yeah, maybe. But I haven't yet. And I'm learning as I go. And I'm not going to live my life in fear. I'm just going to fucking go. Just do it. So, I was watching a lot of videos before I started my business. And a brief background of my experience in the industry, if you can call it that. I've been operating chainsaws for 12 years. I have worked for 3 different companies that do tree service. I worked for a deforestation company 10 years ago, and I worked for 2 residential tree companies. And both those companies were shit. Now, I've watched a lot of videos about how to start a tree company, and a very large percentage of them I highly disliked, and a very small percentage of them I found very useful. Also, some of you guys have seen the tree videos, by other YouTubers and stuff, and there is a reason that I have excluded myself from the arborist community. There is a reason I have been staying off of their radar for the brief amount of time that I've started, and why I'm probably going to continue doing so. And that is because if you guys think that, the MGTOW community and the Dick Police and the Cheeto Monks and, the TFLs, the totalitarian commies, saying that they're MGTOW and they want to tell everybody what... If you guys think these guys are bad, fuck, man. The arborist community is like a million times worse, man. These guys are fucking faggots. Like, it's such a cool job, but if you make a video and you do anything wrong in it, like 0.1% of what you do is wrong, everyone's gonna fucking call you out on it. And just like, they're gonna say, they're not even gonna be like, oh, that was a close call, you almost cut your arm. They're gonna just belittle you about, like, PPE, personal protective equipment, and inspectors and certifications, and that you're giving, this is the best one, that you're giving quote-unquote dangerous advice. And this is just like the MGTOW that say that. If you say it's okay to have sex with women, which it absolutely is, it's okay. Just don't be a fucking idiot and wear a condom. But it is okay. Anyone that wants to fucking give you trouble for that, you fucking send them to me, man, if you don't know what to say. I'll fucking sort them the fuck out. But yeah, it's okay. Also, don't fucking tell me what to do. So... And then they're going to say, oh, well, by saying it's okay to have sex, you're giving a bad message and dangerous advice. Why? Why is it dangerous? Because it's different from the advice you give? And my advice actually works. So suck a dick, fuck. So, yes, be warned. I will give lots of dangerous advice in this video. I will tell you to take risks. And I will tell you to risk injury. Not pointlessly, but all these things can happen. There are risks in every line of work, especially this one. Now, what I didn't like is that there's a consensus in the arborist community that basically every arborist is gay. So I have excluded myself from that gay community because I am not gay. And on arborist forums and everything, I've had to ask questions before, but I'm smart enough not to create an account to ask the questions, because a lot of the people that ask these questions, like how do you take down a leaning tree or something like that, 90% of the answers are going to be, if you have to ask, then in all caps, leave it to the professionals. I'm sick of people who have no business pretending they're arborists. It's like, yo, dude, shut the fuck up. All of you guys, just fucking shut the fuck up. You're so concerned about people giving the wrong message, as if people can't fucking make up their own minds. And I really believe in free speech. I believe that even, and this is where, watch, everyone's gonna fucking come after me for this. I don't give a fuck. Even if you say, go kill all these people, okay? Even if you tell someone to fucking kill someone, if he fucking kills them, that's on him. Okay, watch. Okay, everybody watching this video, go jump off a cliff. Alright? Now, are you gonna do it? If you are, you're a fucking idiot. It's your fault. Okay? So, look, man, I don't know. Fuck. So, these people, they're so fucking scared. Even though, my theory is that even though they want to say, like, just go do it and throw caution into the wind. Be safe, but don't worry too much about everything. They just, they're more concerned about legal ramifications. It's like when you watch fail videos, and like the camera is on the person, and the person is gonna fail, and as soon as they fail, the filmer films the ground. It's like, why do you film the ground? Why do you miss out deliberately the best part? I think it's because they don't want to feel guilty for filming, even though the subject knows he's being filmed. But it's like, oh, I tried to help you when you fell. If you look at the footage, I was so distraught that I couldn't even keep filming. I was running to help. No. Don't film the fucking ground. Film. You're there to film. Film the success. Film the fuck up. Don't fucking flinch. Get a good angle. That's it. Otherwise, you're going to be kicking yourself after. So, okay. How I started my business. Okay, because I've been ranting for 7.5 minutes so far. But that's me, and that's how I do it. And a lot of people say that you should hide who you are, and you should bury yourself, and you should adopt this fucking drone-like mentality. Yeah, maybe for them, but not me, man. In my business, I am 100% Greg, and that's the way I fucking like it, and that's the way my customers like it too. So, yeah, a great deal of videos suggesting that to start a business, the first thing you need to know is that you can't start a business and that you're not qualified enough. You need hundreds of thousands of dollars. You need all sorts of certification, which takes years and years and years and years and years. And then you'll make no money. And then it's really hard. And then, after years and years and years and years of weeding out the best of the best, and you learning the industry carefully, maybe in 20 years you'll be ready. But, I'm 35 right now. So don't even think about me starting my business in 20 years. It's already too late. So if I want to start a business, I should have started 20 years ago. And you have to work for other people, and you have to get your certification. And there's that good old fucking authority bias that I fucking hate so much. And this really sucks because this line of work is outwardly dangerous. So, when you hear things like this, it discourages you from fucking doing your thing. And I'll tell you why I hate the authority bias so much. And that's because for 30 years, I fucking listened to it. And I did everything they told me. Everything. I went to school. I went to college. I went to trade school after. I went to trade school again. I got quote-unquote experience working in industries that I wanted to start an auto body repair shop. Years ago, when I got my first job cutting down trees, the guy fucked me over at the end of the summer. So, and at the same time, my truck died. Good timing, I know. So I bought a new truck, but it was a piece of shit full of rust, and I was embarrassed to show my parents. So I YouTubed a couple of videos on how to fix rust, and I did the best that I could. And I did a rudimentary job, but it was okay. I was happy with it. And I quit my job for my friend that had fucked me over, cutting down trees. And he fucked me over basically because he promised that if he told me we'd already worked together teaching skiing. And I had a good work ethic. He knew this. And he told me that if I brought the same work ethic to the summer job, he would teach me everything. And I could take over for him. And then his coworker told me that he never had any plans of leaving. And he told the same thing to the employees for the past 10 years. And it was just a ruse to basically make you fucking, break your back for this guy. So yeah, as soon as I found that out, fuck you, man. I packed up all my shit and I left. And I thought I need to make a change. And you know what? People say that trades are smart to do, and it's a practical skill, I think. And I had a great time fixing the rust on my truck. I could learn to do this, and I think it would be smart. So I found out what I needed to do. I got myself into the school, and I took the 2-year course, auto body and repainting, because I wanted to learn how to do it officially. Then I wanted to go back and refix my truck the real way, and then I wanted to open my own place. And it wouldn't have to be a 50-hour shop. I still wanted to teach skiing, but I wanted to have this as an aside. Legitimate or illegitimate. Now, when I went to school, all they told me was that I can't do this. I'm not good enough to do this. I'm not smart enough to do this. I don't know enough to do this. I'm going to get busted if I try to do this. I have to take the 2-year course. After the course, I have to work for another body shop for like fucking 5 years. I have to take all these fucking exams. And then I have to pay fees every year. And then, it's just, you can't do it. And I did everything by the book, really, at school. I passed every fucking exam. And anyway, not that that fucking matters. But anyway, long story short, I never worked in the industry. I tried. I couldn't get a job. Everybody shit on the experience that 2 years of trade school gives you, because according to them, it's not real experience. Now, the trade schools will advertise that they give you 2,500 hours of experience that you can put on your CV. But every employer is going to tell you the same thing, that that's not real experience. And a lot of them are going to tell you that because they believe that. A lot of them are going to tell you that because they're just butthurt because you've learned things in school that they've never learned because they didn't go to school. So there's that good old authority bias. Now, according to me, what should you have to succeed? You should have to have skill, period. Certifications or not, if you have skill, that's all that fucking matters. And if you have a way to capitalize on that skill, power to you. Fuck the red tape. Fuck it. It is not there to fucking help you. It is there to hurt you. It is there to fucking take off the fucking top, off the middle, off the bottom, off of anywhere, and give it to fucking people that don't deserve it. So fuck the red tape. So this has a little bit to do with my tree business, but I never worked in the auto body industry, but I learned to weld in school, and it was really hard for me, and I really always wanted to do it, and I was so disappointed at how tough it was for me. So I bought my own machine, and I practiced at home every day after school until I got it right. And after that, I became a professional welder for a couple of years. And, I didn't learn much except how to weld fast for very little money. But I kept on making shit at my house. Trailer in the picture, I modified it myself. I do little mods on my truck, necessity things. But, I don't have to pay to get the work done. And I am better and faster at welding than most professionals I've seen in real life and on YouTube. And that's all because I practiced at home. And it's funny because at work, at the welding job, when they found out I welded at home, they automatically thought, one of the guys said exactly, he says, you make little trinkets at home? I said, no. I said, here I make little trinkets. At home I weld the real shit, which was true. And again, people think that because it doesn't happen in a shop, because it happens in a garage with my own equipment, that it's like some small-scale Jippo banana rig. But no, man, it's a fucking real deal. And it's the same thing with tree work. Okay, now, this is the good part. This is how to fucking do it. So everybody on how to start a tree business, they say the same thing. Go get some experience. Go get some experience. Go get some experience. Now, what does this mean? What do you qualify as experience? See, this is a fucking murky area. I subscribe to the 10,000 hour rule. The world-class people have at least 10,000 hours of experience at whatever they're good at. I said it before. I do not have 10,000 hours experience of, cutting trees or climbing trees or dragging branches. I've got a couple thousand maybe of everything put together, but not of each individual discipline. Now, a lot of people suggest that you work in the industry for 5 years or so, And then, after 3 years working for someone else, you're allowed to get certified. And what that means, well, in Canada, different countries, it's different. Different countries, the certification is mandatory. And, well, mandatory. Nothing is mandatory, my friends. But in England, for instance, they make you certified. You need to get certified if you want to cut down any sort of tree, if you want to prune a tree, if you want to use a wood chipper, if you want to climb, if you want to use a stump grinder. It's complete bullshit. And my advice to this would just be fuck it, learn on your own. Just don't fucking get caught. Work on the weekends. I don't give a shit. Where there's a will, there's a way. Charge more for doing jobs on the weekends. Off the radar. Find a fucking way. If you're good, it will work. Now, where I live in Canada, certification is not mandatory. But the companies are fuckers. Now, the two companies that I worked for, they're the same as all the other companies. You can work for them for years and years and years, and no matter how good you are, all they'll let you do is drag branches. And you'll drag branches all fucking day. But after 3 years of dragging branches, they might sign off on your hours if they really like you and if you sucked enough dick, and they'll let you take your exam. And that way you can start your own business. Now, why would they let you do this if they can keep you working as a slave? I don't know. I've never been dumb enough to stick at a company for 3 years, dragging branches. I did it though. And, before I started my business, I applied to all the tree companies in my area because I wanted to learn it the quote-unquote real way. And only one of them fucking called me back, and I ended up working for him. And I watched, and I learned, and, I adapted. And I realized that there are a lot of things that, I learned a lot of useful things from him indirectly. But I learned a lot of things that I did not like about his work ethic. And a lot of things that I could do better. And for instance, this guy had a bucket truck, like a giant cherry picker, it went 60 feet up. And he had all this fancy, expensive equipment. But he didn't have a wheelbarrow. And he didn't have a ladder. And he had his employees pillaging the neighbors' backyards to use their wheelbarrow and their ladder. He didn't even have a tarp. And, if I was a customer and I paid somebody thousands of dollars to cut down a tree, if I saw him going through my backyard without asking and using my tools, not only would I cancel the job, but I'll beat the shit out of him. So, fuck this guy. And not only that, I told this guy that, I had 12 years of experience on and off in the industry, which is not true, but I can bullshit my way through it. And so, and I said I climb, and I have 2 chainsaws in my truck all the time. And I'm willing to learn whatever he's willing to teach me. So he sneered at that, and he just had me dragging branches. He had me dragging branches every day. And there was another guy working there who had worked there for 3 years, and he wasn't even allowed to use a chainsaw because he wasn't experienced enough yet. And this is a funny thing, okay? Technically, after 3 years, this guy can go take his arborist exam. And he can essentially start his own arborist business, even though he has no idea how to use a fucking chainsaw. Just because he's been a slave for 3 years and dipshit signs off on him. Now, that part, get some experience. Well, I worked for this fucker for a period of time. He's actually dead now. Good. Rotten piss, you fucking piece of shit. That's not why it ended. I quit before he died. But I worked for him for, a period of time to quote-unquote get my experience. And, people say you should work 5 years. Other people say work 3 months to get an idea. Well, I lasted a grand total of 5 days before I said, fuck this, you suck. I can do everything better than you. I'm going to take all your fucking business. And, on the 5th day, or on the 6th day, I was talking to my good friend, Monk Music, Don't Engage. You should go subscribe to him. He's a fucking man. And I was almost in tears because I had no end in sight. And I was tired of being a fucking slave and getting taken advantage of my entire life. And everyone telling me I'm wrong and nothing working and working my ass off and having no money and being in debt. And just fucking fed up. And he told me, quit your fucking job. You know you're right. Everyone else is wrong. That's how you know you're right. People telling you you're crazy, that's because they're fucking jealous you're going to succeed. And basically, he told me that if I quit my job, he'd send me like $200 to kind of like get me through the day. But I had to promise that I'd quit and start my own business and go 100%. So I did it. And I quit. And I put up flyers. And I wanted to start doing small jobs first. But the first job I got was a big job. And it was out of my skill set. But not so far out of my skill set that I couldn't do it or couldn't learn how to do it. So I had 1 week to fucking figure out what the fuck I was doing. And I learned what I needed to learn. I practiced these new cuts on stumps that I had at my house. And I learned climbing knots with some fucking rope that I got at the dollar store, 'cause that's all I could afford, on some logs again that I had at my house. And I practiced that day in, day out for a couple of days before my first job. And I did a lot of things wrong on my first job, but I didn't hit anything. I didn't make any mistakes. And I just told Mark, that's my brother, I just said, look, man, just pretend we're going into the woods and we're left to our own devices to take these trees down. If they get stuck, all we have to do is unstick them. If they hit something, all we have to do is fucking fix it after. But we're not going to hit anything. We're going to do a good job. And we're going to get a shitload of fucking money after. So let's just get through the day and have fun. And you know what? We fucking did. And it fucking worked. So that was 4 months ago. That was my first job. And I'm going to go into more detail. I'm going to make more videos about this subject because it's very interesting. But yeah, no profit in 5 years. That's fucking bullshit. I learned stuff along the way. I learned some regulations along the way, but it's more things to tell customers, actually, to get out of doing jobs that I don't want to do, i.e. jobs near power lines. But I have such a high demand for difficult jobs. Naturally, I've turned down a lot of them because they're just way too hard. But I've chosen to accept a lot of them. And, I know how to do most things now. I can do everything now. In terms of tree work, this is cocky, but I can do a bit of everything. And I've been doing it for 4 months. So 4 months. That's it. 4 months, man. And after 4 months, I haven't calculated how much I've made. I made a lot, though. The 5-year profit rule is bullshit. It's not true. It is not true. Start small, invest gradually. When I started, I had a pickup truck. I had 2 chainsaws, a big one and a small one to go in the tree. And I had some very basic climbing equipment. And I had a couple of rakes, a broom, a wheelbarrow, a ladder. Just the basics. And I trimmed my first tree. It was 60 feet tall. I trimmed that with a $4 saw that I got from the dollar store. Because, I was too scared to use a chainsaw. I wasn't ready yet. So I was practicing. And I practiced and I practiced. And I'd hit the block. I'd offer the neighbors if I could trim their trees for free. It was a learning experience. I didn't tell them that. I just offered them to trim it for free. And the demand grew. And the demand grew. And the demand grew. And I know I didn't get into great detail in this video. But basically the gist of it is fuck the regulations. Fuck what they're telling you. It's fucking wrong. It's not going to fucking work. It's going to keep you poor. And it's going to keep you fucking frustrated. Think outside the box, okay? And look, to do this, it's like what I said before about our first job. Just pretend you're a kid and pretend you just have a fucking task to do. Don't worry about the rules. Don't worry about who's watching. Just fucking do it. If you think it's wrong, do it when no one's fucking looking. I'm fucking serious. And don't die. And it'll fucking work, man. And as far as cash is concerned, like, because people are saying, oh, I don't want to invest too much. Like, I didn't invest anything initially. I had these tools that I already had, and I just wanted to put them to better use and start making money. And I started with 2 chainsaws, and now I have 5. I started with a pickup truck. Now I have a trailer on it. I've spent thousands of dollars on climbing gear. Not even that I needed, that I wanted. And it's fucking nuts, man. I made almost $2,000 last week. And it's all pure profit. Yeah, and I've been in it 4 months. And in the 4 months that I've done this by myself, this is the key. This is why people say, oh, 4 months is nothing. No, 4 months of dragging branches is nothing. Okay? And you'll really be great at dragging branches, but you won't have learned anything else. In my 4 months, man, I've done fucking everything. And I don't limit myself to the regular work hours, and I practice at home. So, again, my work week is not the conventional work week. It's like a fucking 24/7 fucking work week, and I'm absorbing as much knowledge as I possibly can. I eat, sleep, breathe, live fucking trees. And I'm too excited to sleep. And I get up fucking early. I get up at 1 a.m. because I'm just too fucking excited about going to work the next day or not working that day and like trying to think of what tree I can climb. You know, it's fucking awesome. And that's another thing that a lot of people say that you shouldn't do. They say put profits first. No, put passion first. Do something fun. Do something fun. Keep doing it. Do what you're good at. And then you're going to get paid for it. If you want to do it, you're going to get paid for it. If all you know how to do is sweep steps, sweep, sweep, sweep. Sweep to your heart's content. Hit the fucking block. Offer your neighbors to sweep their steps for free. And eventually, you will get business from it. I fucking promise you. Are you willing to do this? Most people are not. Most people think it's demeaning. I don't fucking know why. This is what you want to do. Why aren't you willing to do it for free? I would skateboard for free. Like, no one's giving me money to fucking skateboard. I love it. I'll pay money to skateboard. That's how much I fucking love it. Now, it's not something that people necessarily need. They don't really feel the need to pay to watch someone skateboard. So that's why I don't do that for money. I mean, some people do. They're pros. But anyway. But that's why tree work works for me. So, man, hit the fucking block. What's wrong? You think it's beneath you? So, everything I did it the wrong way. I did not get certified. I did not get experience. I did not check the fucking proper technique. I throw fucking caution into the wind, basically. And I pretend I'm a little fucking kid and I don't know about the rules. But there are adults around and, you know, I just don't want them to see when I'm doing something that maybe I shouldn't do. And yes, I know. This is all terrible advice. But the trade-off is, if you follow it, your business will be successful practically fucking right away. And people are going to say, oh yeah, well, there's no shortcuts. It's not a fucking shortcut. You got to fucking work your ass off and you got to haul ass and you have to fucking burn the candle at both ends and you take a fucking beating, but it's fucking amazing. It's fucking amazing. You're alive. And, you know, you're part of the game and you know, for the first week or so, you feel unworthy, like you don't deserve to be there. But after your foot's in the door, you're just as fucking qualified as anyone else who can do the job. It's a free fucking market. I don't care how much fucking experience you have. Like, I really don't care. Let the job go to whoever's better or whoever presents the fucking better estimate to the fucking customer. Like, I don't give a shit. It's a free fucking market. You can take all the courses you want and use that as an excuse to not give me business, but if I'm better than you, then I will take your fucking business. And if you're better than me, then you can take mine. And there's enough business for all of us. For all of us. So, yeah, I have a lot more to say on the matter. And I wanted to give, like, concise points and stuff on how to start a business. But I don't fucking know, man. Like, really, just don't fucking listen to anybody. And if you think it'll work, it'll work. And the red tape is not there to fucking help you. It's there to fucking sidetrack you. This quote-unquote experience that everyone tells you to get, again, it's not there to fucking help you. It's to fucking keep you fucking enslaved and keep you poor. I've been broke my entire life. I've lost my entire life. And I've worked my ass off my entire life. But a lifetime of losing has taught me how to fucking win. The only thing I had to implement was everything I had learned. And that happened by stopping to listen or stopping listening to everybody. You know, like I don't listen to anybody now. They bear nothing but ill will towards me. Even if they don't know it, they do. So I'm the fucking man now. I'm in charge. I decide how much the job costs. I decide how I go up the tree. I decide how the tree gets taken down. And, you know, and if they agree, great. And if they don't, then that's also great. There will be more customers. And that's it, man. And I'm fucking rolling with it. And I hope that this fucking helps. Let me know, man. Let me know. Because there's not enough of this in fucking MGTOW. Like, it's all vague stuff. It's so stupid, fuck. Like, oh, man. It's like, oh, you need $100,000. You need to play the stock market. You need to move somewhere where there's a lot of business and get a job business to business sales. Yo, fuck you, man. That's like the worst fucking advice in the world. Blue-pilled advice. And it's so fucking vague, man. Like, do you know how to start a business? Do you have a business to show for it? What did you do? Dox yourself. Prove it, fuck. Oliver's Tree Service. That's a business I started. It works. All my latest videos show you me in the trees, me on the job, me making money. It works. It's actually worked for me. It can work for you. You can do your own thing, or you can do exactly what I did and copy me, and it will fucking work. Probably you can be better than me. But again, and just to tell you, no profit in the first 5 years. I made $2,000 last week. I think I said it already, but yeah, it's crazy. It's more money than I ever made in my life. $2,000. And people are going to say, yeah, but do you make that every week? No. Like the week before, I only made like $1,300. But, it's good. Most jobs pay minimum $500. And it's practically pure profit. So, I bought a new harness the other day because I felt like it. And a few weeks ago, I bought new climbing boots. And yeah, it's fucking amazing. I dropped a G at the climbing store last week. Cash. And yeah, it's great, fuck. It's fucking great. You don't work for somebody else. You cut out the middleman. You work 1/3 the hours that you would need to work working for someone else. I mean, you work a lot of hours and you work around the clock at your house doing other business shit, but you don't drag branches for 10 hours a day. That's for fucking sure. You might drag them for 1 hour a day, and you might climb for 1 hour a day, and then you might cut wood for an hour a day, but then you go home. And, you make $600 or $1,000 for doing that. You're not making fucking pennies on the dollar for breaking your back. Don't believe me? Go try it. See, if you work for someone doing anything, if you're a landscaper and you're getting paid, let's say $10 an hour, to mow a lawn or to mow 30 lawns in a day, but you know that your boss charges the customers, let's say $300 a season to cut each lawn. Well, yeah, obviously, if you cut your boss out of the equation, you could charge $300 a season. And if you don't have the same operating expenses as him, i.e. if you just have a pickup truck, a lawnmower, a leaf blower, a rake, and a brush cutter, then you make a lot more profits than your boss if you don't have fucking 30 other employees and 10 other trucks and all this equipment to pay for. So, yes, and it'll all go into your pocket, minus very minimal operating costs, such as gas and equipment maintenance. And, you're going to say, oh, yeah, well, I need the security. Yeah, exactly. You do need the security. And security does not lie in working for someone else and entrusting someone else. That's like saying, I need the security, so I'm going to get married to a bitch. Like, yeah, okay, smart one, fuck. Like, and a bitch that you're going to marry that's like, even one, a gold-digging whore that's like after you for your assets and nothing else, she will still care more about you than your fucking employer. Like, your employer does not care about you. Like, he does not. Or she. Like, they don't, man. So, make your own rules. Make your own rules. Fuck everybody. Don't listen to listen to anybody. Fuck the regulations. Fuck the safety inspector. Fuck all of that shit. Just fucking go. Fuck getting experience. Do it. You will make money. You will make money. You will increase your testosterone. You will fucking get laid. You will get fucking ripped. And you will be on top of the fucking world. Don't believe me? Watch my fucking videos. More to come. Leave a thought in the comments below. How did you start your business? Do you have a business? Do you want to know more? I don't give a fuck. I'm going to make more videos like this. Like, share, subscribe, Chatelet, and shred the fucking gnar, brothers.